Hello everyone, my name is Art Russell. Welcome to my channel. I realize that some of the information I share about our essential nature can seem confusing, so today I'm going to read some quotes that support what I've been saying. Now I know I've mentioned this before, but I want to mention it again. I'm not trying to convince you of anything or get you to adopt a certain belief system. I'm just doing my best to offer information that I hope will be helpful and also alleviate suffering that's associated with the human condition. So let's go straight to the quotes. The first two are from Rumi, the great Persian poet and Sufi mystic. Here's the first quote. I searched for God and found only myself. I searched for myself and found only God. Now, what he's stating is that God's nature and our nature are one and same. That the finite exists within the infinite, and that the infinite is immanent in the finite. This message is echoed in the second quote. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. So what Rumi was stating is that we're not a body-mind in a great big world. We are consciousness in which the body-mind and the world arise. Now, I'm not going to read a passage from this next source, but I'd like to show you the title of a book by Neville Goddard that I found during my study of the law of attraction. Consciousness is the only reality. Now, this, in fact, is the secret that's related to the law of attraction. The next passage comes from Philippians chapter 2, verses 5 and 6. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus, who, being in the form of God, did not consider it robbery to be equal with God. Now, I'd like to share some information about the title Christ. It's actually derived from the Greek, which means Christos, which means to be anointed. So we are anointed by Christ when we realize our higher nature, when we realize that the body, mind, and the world are within consciousness. The next quote comes from Ram Dass, who was born Richard Alpert, and he wrote many spiritual books. Probably his most famous or most well-known is Be Here Now. Here's the quote. We're all just walking each other home, meaning helping one another realize our essential nature beyond name and form. In name and form, it appears that we're all separate. But when we see at a deeper level, we recognize one another and we know that we're home in consciousness. I've shared this before, but I want to share it again. This red tag on the globe, I printed this about 3 or 4 years ago. Here's the quote. The map is not the territory. And this is by Alfred Korzybski. The body-mind is the map. Our greater self is the territory, and it's much grander than the perspective related to the person. If you've enjoyed this video, I invite you to subscribe, share, and like. More information can be found through my free articles at thinktwice.me and also through my book entitled This Taste of Flesh and Bones, which is available from Amazon. Thank you very much for watching. I love all of you. Bye for now.